Namaste to one and all. I'm again here with you with another topic, Bandhas and Mudras. I am here from the School of Yoga Therapy, Institute of Salutogenesis and Complementary Medicine, Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth, Pondicherry. So we will be learning about the bandhas and mudras. This is another concept that we learned about. We have get a glimpse in the previous lessons. Now we will get a brief summary of what bandhas and mudras actually are. So bandhas and mudras are generally the locks and the holds of the semi-voluntary and involuntary muscles in the body. They decongest the vital organs, improve circulation and nutrition by pressure manipulation, and contribute to general health and emotional stability. First come up with the bandhas. So bandhas are the locks that direct the flow of prana in the body. And these bandhas are extensively used in the yogic tools such as pranayam and the mudra practice. And these bandhas are the locks, and it locks the prana in the particular area. These pranas are basically the vital energy, and they redirect the flow of the prana to the subtle channels, energy channels, which are called Sushumna Nadi, for the purpose of generally the spiritual awakening. And there are basically four types of bandhas. First is the Moola Bandha, second is the Uddiyana Bandha, third is Jalandhar Bandh, and fourth one is the Mahabandh. Let us understand these individually. So first one is the Mool Bandha. Moola means root, which is also known as root lock. This is practiced in a various pranayam practices, and in this practice the perineum area, which is basically the area between the reproductive organ and the anus portion, is contracted, and the flow of energy is directed in the upward direction, and it refrains it going from the downward direction. And in this posture, in this Moola Bandha, one has to sit comfortably and contract the perineum muscles and pull it in the upward direction, and pulling the muscles in the pelvic floor. The benefits that it gives is basically that it stimulates the pelvic nerves and tones the reproductive system. It is useful in uterus prolapse, urinary incontinence. It tones the urogenital and excretory system. Second is the Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana means to fly or rise up. In this Uddiyana Bandha, one has to pull the abdominal muscles inward and has to push it in the upward direction. And in the yogic text, the benefits are said to be very higher. It is said in the yogic text that practice of Uddiyana Bandha can conquer even the death. It basically intensifies the energy of the other bandhas, like the Moola Bandha and the Jalandhar Bandh that I will discuss in the next slide. The benefit of Uddiyana Bandha is that it massages the internal abdominal organs and also strengthens them. It also stimulates the digestive fire. It massages the abdominal organs and improves the blood circulation. Jalandhar Bandh is the contracting of the throat. The chin should be firmly placed on the chest, and this is known as the Jalandhar Bandh, which is the destroyer of old age and death that is mentioned in the ancient yogic text. The benefits are, it helps to balance the thyroid function and regulate metabolism. It prevents the flow of nectar from bindu falling into the digestive fire. It compresses the cataract sinuses that help to regulate circulatory and respiratory systems. By exerting pressure on these sinuses, the tendency of increased heart rate and heavier breathing during retention is also prevented. So Jalandhar Bandh is of great significance. Now coming to the next bandha, that is Mahabandha. The combination, all the three bandhas that we learned previously, the Moola Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha and the Jalandhar Bandh, together is called Mahabandha. This is practiced basically while exhaling, and first doing the Moola Bandha, then the Uddiyana Bandh, then the Jalandhar Bandh, and it is held for some specific duration as per the requirement of the sadhana, and then it is practiced accordingly. And the benefits are all the benefits together when we combine of the Moola Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha and Jalandhar Bandha. Now coming to the mudras. Mudras are basically the gestures. We can learn about the gestures, different types of gestures we saw. So mudra is basically a gesture, a seal or a secret practice by the yogis. So mudra is characteristic term from the tantric literature, and it basically has two meanings. One is referred to as the bodily posture, And second is the arrangement of the fingers and the hands. It is used to form a relationship between energy flows in the tissues, nerve channels and organs of the body, as well as their correlation to higher flows of prana in the subtle and the causal bodies. The purpose of mudras are many, but according to the ancient yogic texts, there are two basic purposes of mudras. One is to establish equilibrium or sthirata in the body, mind and the soul, and second one is the awakening of the dormant vital energy or the prana into the kundalini, the awakening of the kundalini shakti. So these are the basic two purposes of mudras, and these mudras are classified into 5 basic classification or categories. The Tantric yogic literature describes over 100 different forms of mudras, and according to their physical denotations, they can be categorized into approximately 5 groups, and these are Hasta mudra, Mana mudra, Kaya mudra, Bandha mudra and Adhar mudra. We will see each of these mudras individually. First is the Hasta mudra. Hasta means the hand and mudra is the gesture. So the fingers, when used to denote some gestures or the mudra, that is called Hasta mudra. The Hasta or the hand mudras direct the prana being emitted by the hand back into body. Mudras which join the thumb and the index finger, for example, engage the motor cortex and thus helps with mental and emotional issues. The mudras included in this category and are some of the examples here are the Jnana mudra, when we touch the tip of the thumb with the index finger, Chin mudra, Bhairav mudra and Hridaya mudra. So these are some of the examples of Hasta mudras. Second is the Mana mudra or the head mudras. These mudras are practiced from an integral part of Kundalini yoga and many used for meditation purposes. These require intense concentration to engage for even short periods of time. Mana mudra are deeply inward focusing and induce higher stages of consciousness. They utilize our sense organs like eyes, ears, nose, tongue and lips. And some of the Mana mudra examples are Shambhavi mudra, Nasikagra drishti, Khechari mudra, Kaki mudra and Shanmukhi mudra. The picture that here resembles the Shanmukhi mudra. The next mudra is the Kaya mudra or the postural mudras. This Kaya is the body basically or the posture, that the asana that we see. It looks like a asana, but apart from the asana, there is awareness at different levels, different chakras of the body and the breathing practices which differentiate it from the asana to the mudra. So they are basically called the Kaya mudra. These practices utilizes physical postures or the asana combined with breathing and concentration. And the mudras included in this category are Viparit Karani mudra that you can see in the image, the Yoga mudra, Manduki mudra and Tadagi mudra. These are a few of the Kaya mudra examples. The fourth mudra is the Bandh mudra. You remember the 4 bandhas that we saw previously? When those 4 bandhas are used as a mudra, they are called Bandh or lock mudra. These practices combine mudra and bandh. They charge the system with prana and prepare it for Kundalini awakening. The mudras including in this category are the Mahamudra, the Mahaved are the examples. So the image that you see here is the Mahamudra. And the last mudra is the Adhar mudra or the perennial mudra. These techniques are the higher practice for the higher spiritual practices, and these are kept very secret and are taught to very specific sadhakas who are in the higher levels of the sadhana. So these techniques are used to redirect the prana from the lower centers to the brain. These mudras concerned with the sublimating of the sexual energy into the higher conscious state. This mudra includes the Ashwini mudra, Vajroli mudra, Sahajoli mudra. So what are the benefits of these mudras? So first of all, the mudras are basically practiced for the higher spiritual practices to enhance the other yogic techniques such as the asana, pranayam, dhyan. So all these practices are being enhanced by the practice of mudras. So the individually we can give a few of the benefits of the mudras as per the following. It increases the concentration, it basically prevent the dissipation of the energy from the body, and therefore it helps in the increase of the concentration level. And second is it cures physical and mental diseases. Some of the Hasta mudras are effective in curing some issues like insomnia, arthritis, diabetes, and heart related issues. These mudras also helps in to boost metabolism. Mudras on balancing the proportion of 5 elements in the body boosts the metabolism, and in that way it can help in the maintaining a proper body mass index and reduce the bad cholesterol levels. Mudras also improves blood circulation. Holding any yoga mudra for 10 to 15 minutes may increase blood circulation, which raises the oxygen levels in the body, and also it lowers the risk of any kind of heart related problems. And last but not least, it helps to heal the body pain. From the neck to the lower back and legs, mudras are helpful in healing most kinds of body pain. Hasta mudra can even increase the range of motion in joints and relieves any associated tension. So these are some of the benefits that we see from the mudras. Now coming to the last part. So our existence in this world is always plunged in a dimension of life that is psychophysiological in itself. We are body, mind and psyche one together. This understanding is reflected in the practice of mudras, which are psychophysiological attitudes. So we are in a combination. If we see as an individual, we are physical body, mind and the soul. And these three can be integrated well with the practice of bandh and the mudra. They help to integrate in such a way that we can utilize the maximum potential in a very effective way. So with this end, that the practice of mudras are very helpful and we can include in our daily yogic practices. So that's all for now. Thank you.